ball. Made run after run after run.
Got it clear, Quinn's up there! And turned in by Kevin Ball!
The reason I think that I strove to become a footballer is, when people say it's a bit of a cliche, was my desire to be a footballer, and was my desire to work hard, whether it was playing out in the streets, practicing against the wall, keepy ups, going out, you know, and being anywhere. And I had a pair of shorts on under my trousers so I could go and join in football. The biggest thing was the time my dad took to take me over the West Hill with my mates and play football, and I'd be going off somewhere and there'd be kids having a game. I'd go, can I join in? That was the reason I became a footballer, because I put in a lot of self-practice when I was younger. Meeting Dennis Smith at the railway station was probably one of the most comical things ever, because me and Sharon got off the train, walked up to meet him, and I went, and I jokingly said, oh, should I worn a red rose so you recognised me? And he just looked at me, deadpan like Dennis wasn't serious, and just went, son, I usually recognise a footballer, but I didn't recognise you, and just walked off. And I found me and my missus were like two little kids running after him. And it just went from there. And he had a very confident nature about him, really confident. He was probably one of the most confident people I've ever met in terms of how he was as a person, how he was as a manager, and in his beliefs as well. And I really appreciated that. But the best bit he ever done to me was showing me all around Sunderland, every little bit of Sunderland. And it was brilliant, because he showed me everywhere. And he showed me places I could live. He said, what's your budget? I said, well, I think I could afford that. Right, this is where you might be able to live. He literally had planned it out. I thought it was brilliant. But the best bit was, at the end of it all, I'm thinking we're going to go back to the club and sit and talk about contracts. He went, I'll take you down the seaside. Right? I said, what, it's by the sea? I didn't even realise Sunderland was by the sea, which was great for me, having grown up by the sea. And I said, is that it? He said, yeah. I said, you're not taking me to the ground? He went, no. He went, no. I went, well, why not? He said, you need to make sure you can come and live here first. In terms of the club, the ground was very similar to Portsmouth. Portsmouth is, you know, like Roker Park was, you know, getting to the stage as the end of its life, spell if you really want to say, and Portsmouth was the same. But what it had, and what a lot of clubs failed to remember, is even though they were old grounds, they held memories, they held passion. You could smell it. You could walk in somewhere and you just went, and you could smell something, and it evoked a memory. You know, you shut your eyes and you say, remember that. You could see all of that. It was brilliant. Winning championship there was great at Roker Park. It was a brilliant achievement with a bunch of lads that surpassed probably their abilities. But the reason they surpassed it was because we had a collective desire. And that was encompassed by Peter Reid and Bobby Saxton. And it was encompassed by the fact that you get on a winning thing and you don't want to get beat anymore. I say this to everybody, Peter Reid's best ever signing was Bobby Saxton, without a shadow of a doubt. Without a shadow of a doubt. He was awesome at bringing it all together. Best memory of coming in here? The semi-final playoffs, when we'd been beat down at Sheffield, I scored. And we came in on the Sunday morning, and that door there was like it is now. It was shut though, mind. And we were meant to be here at 10:30, and I came all the way down. I kept thinking, it's quiet down here, like that. And I walked in there, and without being leery or anything, I sort of pushed the door open like that, messing about. And the door went zing, like that. And I'm not kidding you, the whole changing was full of everybody. Everybody was already here. Reedy and Sacco was sat there, Reedy was stood there, and I think Reedy had a, shall we say, a Peter Reid night. And he's looked at me like that, and I thought, oh my God, I'm gonna get it now, like that. And he's just gone, all right, Skip, you were magnificent yesterday, just go and sit down. And that was it. So I then got the pat on the back, went and sat down, and then he gave this team talk that was absolutely unbelievable. He went round the change room, nailing everybody. Do you want to do it? But just the words he used were aggressive. They were to the point, and if you weren't ready for him, it could have made you go like that. But he was awesome. Or I could have got up and gone and played another 90 minutes and been top drawer again, without a shadow of a doubt. That's how good it was. It was the best team talk. He just literally, he had to go everybody. Like, it was brilliant. And I came out and I felt like I was on cloud 11. That's how good it was. I think as a player, I just wanted to win, and I'd do anything I could to win. Now, Some people say, you know, I kicked people, it was competitive. Was you tough, was you hard? It was being competitive to win a game of football. I just hated losing. But I was lucky there because it was my dad that really, without me realising, taught me that. He was quite tough on me when we were younger, and at the time you think your old man's a so-and-so because of the way they are, but you didn't realise what they're really doing is preparing you for life later on.
Kevin Shaw's up trophy, what's it mean?
What's it mean? That means we're champions, Sunderland are back in the Premiership where they belong, and it's a real good feeling, take it from me.